Imagine inheriting a tiny genetic glitch that not only zaps your energy at the cellular level but also throws your immune system into chaotic overdrive, potentially leading to life-threatening complications. That's the startling revelation from a groundbreaking new study on mitochondrial disorders, and it's sparking fresh hope, and some heated debates, about treating these devastating conditions. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this research flip our understanding of these diseases from mere metabolic breakdowns to full-fledged immune imbalances? Let's dive in and unpack what this means for patients and scientists alike. Scientists have uncovered a fascinating connection between an inherited mutation in mitochondrial DNA and a major disruption in immune function, using an animal model that mimics inherited primary mitochondrial disorders. These disorders, often devastating, can result in severe disabilities or even death due to their impact on multiple body systems. The study reveals that this single genetic mutation doesn't just sit quietly. When the immune system springs into action, it triggers widespread problems throughout the body in these models. While the researchers emphasize that this is early-stage work, it's a pioneering effort showing how a heritable mitochondrial DNA mutation, those changes passed down through families, can independently reshape how immune cells operate and how inflammation signals are sent. To clarify for beginners, mitochondria are like the powerhouses of our cells, churning out energy from food, and mutations here can throw off that balance, leading to fatigue, muscle weakness, and more. This discovery provides a solid theory explaining why people with these disorders frequently face issues across various organs, coupled with recurring infections and dangerous sepsis episodes. Plus, it points to specific spots in the immune response pathway that could be prime targets for future treatments, offering a ray of optimism in an area where cures are currently non-existent. Leading the charge is Dylan Ryan, an assistant professor at Trinity School of Biochemistry and Immunology, who previously worked at the MRC Mitochondrial Biology Unit at the University of Cambridge. He's the senior author of the paper, just published in the prestigious journal Nature Communications. Dr. Ryan shares his insights. Patients battling inherited primary mitochondrial disorders seem unusually prone to repeated infections and sepsis, which can ignite symptoms, intensify existing ones, or tragically lead to fatalities. The underlying reasons have been shrouded in mystery, making therapy development an uphill battle. These treatments are desperately needed since there's no cure yet for these crippling conditions. Given how rare these disorders are in humans, the team relied on a mouse model that's easier to study experimentally. They caution against overhyping the results, but they've pieced together clues that align with what doctors observe in real patients. This deeper understanding sheds light on the mechanics at play when immune systems go haywire in the presence of mitochondrial flaws, essentially running amok and causing a cascade of issues. We have to tread carefully with this preliminary research, adds Dr. Eloise Marquez, a research associate at the MRC Mitochondrial Biology Unit and the study's first author, but we're thrilled about the potential breakthroughs it might bring for those suffering from mitochondrial diseases one day. And this is the part most people miss. The study zooms in on a specific mutation, the M.5019A greater than G in mttRNA ALA, which mirrors certain human cases, and shows how it fundamentally alters the balance in macrophages, those frontline soldiers of the immune system. For newcomers to this topic, macrophages are white blood cells that gobble up invaders like bacteria and viruses, playing a key role in fighting infections. In these mutated cells, there's an initial, interferon burst through one signaling pathway, followed by a delayed phase triggered by the release of mitochondrial DNA and RNA, activating another pathway. Interferons are proteins that rev up our defenses against pathogens, but here, they unleash harmful reactive oxygen species. Think of them as damaging free radicals that can spiral into excessive responses and a host of downstream problems if not controlled. This dual mechanism bridges mitochondrial damage to chronic interferon activity, acting like an antiviral alarm that's central to many autoimmune and inflammatory diseases. To give an example, imagine your immune system constantly on high alert, mistaking your own body for a threat, leading to conditions like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus. In the mouse models, this mutation led to overactive interferon signaling and intensified sickness behaviors when exposed to a toxin, demonstrating how the defect upsets immune harmony across the entire body during inflammatory episodes. Dr. Ryan, now at the Trinity Biomedical Sciences Institute, expands on the implications, by proving that this single inherited mtDNA mutation alone can mess with innate immunity, our findings might encourage us to view primary mitochondrial disorders not just as metabolic errors from birth but also as immune regulation failures. He suggests that therapies aimed at fixing mitochondrial function or tweaking interferon signaling could someday help curb inflammation and reduce sepsis risks. This is where the controversy really heats up. Does this mean mitochondrial diseases are more about immunity than energy production? Some experts might argue it's oversimplifying a complex interplay, while others see it as a game changer for treatment strategies. What do you think? Could challenging our traditional views unlock new cures, or is this just adding layers to an already tangled web? Interestingly, this work ties into broader health stories, like how cancer cells manipulate death enzymes to recover post-treatment, the launch of a cell therapy trial for lupus by UCI Health, and dexamethasone's promise against stubborn breast cancer spread. All these highlight the immune system's pivotal role in various diseases. Source: Journal reference, Marquez, E. et al., 2025. An inherited mitochondrial DNA mutation remodels inflammatory cytokine responses in macrophages and in vivo in mice. Nature Communications. doi 10.1038/S41467-025-65023-4. https://www.nature.com/articles/S41467-025-65023-4. Do you agree that mitochondrial disorders deserve a re-evaluation as immune-related issues? Or do you see potential pitfalls in this new perspective? We'd love to hear your take in the comments. Let's spark a conversation.